Okay. So part of the attention that we want to talk about is, maybe it will sound to you a little bit off topic, but that's the topic. How we relate to our kids, it has to do a lot with how we feel. In order to be successful, to give the kids a true giving that is coming from our side, we initiating it. We have to somehow to create a certain atmosphere. We have too much on our shoulders as parents. Example, the ladies, they have to cook, laundry, fix the house, clean the house, shopping, and yet if she is going to work, there is no end to so much we have on our
He gave me a
shoulders.
very high quality one.
Okay.
He said that they're special.
Borocai, mute yourself, please.
It's almost impossible to love our kids and to relate to them when you're tired and you're exhausted. And yet, many times, either I tell you or you read stories that you wonder how people, mamash, they mamash giborim, that they were able to give the kids everything and they took care of the house and everything, it was fine, even though they were under a lot of pressure. But the reality is not like that. Maybe a few people can do it. A person has to be full in order to enable himself to give over. If you're an empty vessel, how can you pour to the other one? You're empty. So it's very difficult to smile, to hug, or even to tell a story from your initiative. Your kids have to tell you, Mommy, maybe you can tell us a story. Why they have to tell it to us? Why we cannot figure it out? Because we're too tired. We exhausted, actually. We constantly under pressure. So now it's very, very important to make what comes first a priority list, and to invest our energy in the right in the right set of mind. because after all, our power is limited. Our strength is limited. Our time is limited. What are you choosing to do with the koach that you have now? Where are we investing the strength that we have? Are we enslaving ourselves to the pressure and we forgetting to invest in the real things, which are really important? We tie ourselves to a structure of a day.
I'm going to turn on the oven for 2 minutes.
Which is, Ruben,
Sorry.
which is piled up. And is very demanding. The time that we have, we're using it up to the end to everything that the life calling for, the everyday life is calling for. Work, shopping, maintaining the house, sometimes going to a doctor. And all things that around the everyday's routine. So we are so much pressured that sometimes we forget to look forward to see the real picture, the wide picture, and to decide to invest all the resources that I have in something that is very important for us. And now let me ask you a question, the $1 million question. What is the most important for you, parents?
Our children. Our children.
Yes?
Yes, they're our future.
Okay. Are we investing all our koach there?
Not all the time, because we're drained ourselves.
Okay. So, to invest, I'll tell you where to invest. To have a communication with the kids. To get closer to them, to understand them, to relate to them, to take care of them, emotionally and physically. I'm totally convinced that everybody here is very busy, extremely busy. How many times you hear a lady saying to her friend, do you know when I'm going to sleep? 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And she is looking for a medal. And her friend answering back, and she's saying to her, I'm working 6 days a week. Even Friday, I'm coming 2, 3 hours before Shabbat. I don't know why, when we talking about extra load that we have, it became for us like a source of a gava. I'm not lazy. I'm occupied. I'm this. I working for the house until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Nobody should give you a medal because you don't deserve one. You want to tell me that if you're going to go to sleep at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, then you can send your kids to school with a smile on your face and with patience and with singing to them, smiling at them, hugging them. You half asleep. And then you can take care of the household while you're sleeping 4 or 5 hours a night or 4 hours a night. How can it be? Impossible. Parents which are tired, listen to what happened to them. They're patient less. They get angry very fast. Every small thing will irritate them. Or they giving up very fast to the kids, and they give in. And who is the first one to get hurt? Who is the first one to get hurt?
The children?
The children. Yes. So when you're raising your kids, it's very important if you can get help from the outside. Maybe a lady to come 2 or 3 times a week to clean the house, to take off you the laundry. You need extra time on your hands because you have to take care of your kids. So we'll have time to invest in the house and in the children. You have to set up time to rest. You have to. Sometimes I hear a structure of a day from a woman. I don't know how she does it. I'm sure she is not able to give the kids what they need. How can you? So you need to rest. Do something, the hobbies that you have. You have to be busy with that also. You need time for yourself also in order to give over to the kids. To read, to go sightseeing, to learn. And it's not called wasting time. It's not wasting time. If you're looking to the long run, its investment is the right investment. It's a paying investment. Even though I know that now while I'm talking to you, people say, what is he talking about? Where are we going to have time to sleep, to rest, to read? It sounds like Alice in Wonderland. Even though you're sure that you don't have time, I believe that if there is a will, no,
There is a way.
there is a way. You can give up on few things that you used to do and to find time that you can invest on yourself. And every time you have to sit down and make again a priority list. What is more important, what is more important, but on the top, always my children. So this way, at least you're gonna have some koach to relate to your children, the patience that they need. So now you're gonna be able to fulfill the job that you have in a much better way. Many parents, I hear that they coming home way after the kids already home. You want to tell me that is she going to be able to function? Why? We have to save, we have to buy a house. We have to do this, we have to do that. So, if the house is more important than your kids, I feel bad for you. Because you're squeezing yourself. You're tired, and it takes a toll also in the relationship between you and your husband for sure. I don't want to get into it now, but when you're tired, I don't have to tell you what's going on. So what did you gain? So if I won't sound too extremist, we are changing our kids' life for a few dollars. That's what it is. If you have any objection to what I said until now, please, you can tell me.
Rav is 100%. Rav.
Any objections?
No, Rav.
Rabbi, sometimes they need the young families, sometimes they need the extra dollars that the mom brings. So it's better save that money, not to spend so much and have the mom at home. And so the mom can relax and take care of the kids more than make that extra dollar, few bucks to help out with the expenses.
It all depends what is important for us. So, when you have a priority list, which we don't have, we have to admit, right?
Right.
When you know what is the goal, so you're going to aim all the arrows toward this goal. So if I have to rest before my kids are coming home, I'll do everything, okay? Many people I know, they're going to learn a profession that they're going to have their own hours. They going to determine what hours they will work and what hours they will not work. That's very good.
Right. So this way they help they help with the expenses and have time for
Exactly,
themselves and the kids.
exactly. Yes, I agree with you. So now, this was done when you know what is the priority, how can I get there? And to function like a normal person. And also to help with the expenses. So he needs to sit down and to sort things out. Because if you're gaining here on the expense on the other one, it's worthless.
Right.
It's worthless.
You can't do that. You can't.
No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't.
Rabbi, I have a question.
Yeah.
What if you have like certain seasons that you do work more hours and then certain season you work less hours? Like, but more hours, like 60 hours
Yes.
during the season. What do you do then?
Okay. No. So you have to think, it's worth it? What do I gain? What do I lose? As a side point, you know, whatever we don't give our kids now, later on, the therapist will have to give it to them. And somebody will have to pay the therapist. We have to decide. In life, you have to take very, very tough decisions. And then to pray to Hashem, He should help us. So now, this is just was a side point, a little bit off topic, but it's the topic. You cannot give attention to your kids because you by yourself, you won't out. How much can you do? You're a person. Many times I'm talking to ladies and they said, I thought, why are you going to sleep so late? She said, I have to wash dishes and I have to clean the kitchen after me. It takes time. Can you find a way? The dishes that you have cleaned tomorrow will take away from your kids. You're not going to have patience for them. Is it worth it? So do calculation. What am I doing? So leave it like this. No, I can't. What, you have OCD? No, I like to go to sleep when I know that my kitchen, everything is like a pharmacy. Very nice. Chazak u'baruch. But nobody will give you medal for this. But the school will call you. They couldn't care less for your kitchen. Your child is not doing well. Then what? I'm just helping you to think. You know, I cannot make the decision for you, but I'm just throwing at you things that you have to sit down and think, Behemet, what we're doing. Is what we did until now, did we gain or did we lose? So let's go back to the kids. So now you know what you have to do, right? In order for me to tell you, you have to give to your kids from your initiative. They don't have to initiate it, because if they have to initiate, it's not giving, it's taking. That's why you try saying you never give me something. I don't have anything, because everything that he have, he took by force. What did we give our child from our own initiative? If you think for a second, you'll get scared. Okay? The child will be satisfied with the attention, meaning the gift or the food that he didn't expect, or to take him out for a pizza that he didn't expect it. That's he feel, my parents care for me. I did not ask for it. It came from them. That's called giving attention. So listen to this. Please spare it in your mind. We have to give before the child will ask. The moment the child asks, he's not giving anymore. So that's why we're so frustrated, and the kids are frustrated. Why? Because we feel that every demand that they come in with, we fulfilling, and still they complaining. And they saying we don't have anything because they don't know how to express themselves. But if they're going to be able to express themselves, they'll say, what did you give me from your initiative without me asking you?
So Rob, just to clarify, if it's okay, when we initiate, then that's true attention, but when they demand, then they'll just keep demanding
It's
more
not
and more.
attention, no.
So I'll never stop.
Yes,
Okay.
Rabbi, you don't think we spoiling them, but just giving them, you shouldn't wait for them to ask? You don't think that we're spoiling them by just giving?
no, on the contrary.
Uh-huh.
You know, two friends met on the street, two close friends. Hi, how are you? So one friend asking his friend, do you love me? He says, of course I love you. He says, do you know what I need? He says, how should I know? So he says, so how come you saying that you love me? You have to know what makes your child happy. How would you feel if out of nowhere, no arguments with your husband, everything is going well, fine, quiet, all of a sudden he comes and they tell you, I bought you a gift. Or did you ask for it?
No,
Were you expecting it?
no.
No. How do you feel?
Amazing.
Yes.
It's spontaneous. That's what makes it enjoyable.
Think as an adult, how do you feel?
He loved and yeah.
Cared about, thought about.
But if you're saying to your husband, don't forget, next week is our anniversary. Just a reminder, no matter what he will bring you, you'll say, nicely, thank you, nicely, but inside of you, something is missing. You're saying to yourself, if I will not remind him, probably he will forget. So it's not giving.
I understand what you're saying, but also I see that some kids get spoiled also. Like they think, of course they will give me, so I don't have to worry about it or
When the kids feel that the parents understand what he needs, right? How do you feel when you feel that your husband understands you, taking care of you, loves you? How do you feel?
You feel so loved.
Are you coming with a demand?
No, not at all. You feel taken care of. All your needs are taken care of. You don't even have to say anything.
You're not going to demand anymore because you know somebody cares for you.
you're in his mind, yeah, all the time. So yeah,
So even you're going to be ashamed even to demand something.
right. True.
And our kids not stopping to demand. So isn't it alarming that we're lacking the understanding that people saying love is giving. Okay, I have a question for you. Every couple that I know, do they give?
Yes.
The husband goes to work all day, he gives everything to the house, yes?
Yes.
A wife giving, cooking. So why are they arguing? Why are they fighting?
I don't know, you tell us.
I'm asking you, there should be the best lover in town. He gives, she gives.
That's right. She works hard, he works hard, so what's the problem?
What's the problem? No.
Well, is it because they're demanding of each other and that's not true giving? But Rav, when you have expectations, isn't that what gets you into problems? Like you expect him to do something for you or you expect her to do it without you saying? Isn't that make things more complicated sometimes? No?
When you have expectations, okay, so already whatever you will get will not be enough.
So that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about
No,
expectations.
no.
So
Stay on the topic. The kids are very demanding because of one reason. You remember last time I told you a father coming to his son maybe a month or two before his birthday, and the father telling you with excitement, Chaimke, I cannot wait already for your birthday. Already from now, I'm thinking, what should I buy for you? What message you sending to the child?
He's thinking about him. He cares about him.
I'm on my parents' mind all the time. They remember my birthday. They think already 2 months in advance what to buy for me. He feels that he is somebody, he is important. They're thinking about him. When you buy something new, right? How many times you're making a kafot around your husband? Maybe he should notice that you wear or you have a new dress.
They notice the credit card bill.
But usually they want to be noticeable. But if the child hears it 2 months in advance, that Abba telling you we're so excited for your birthday, me and Ima thinking all the time what to buy for you. You know what? You don't need to give him a gift anymore. That was already a gift. The feeling of the child that he is important. My parents thinking about me.
Is that true for every age?
Yeah. But the problem is that we're living in a world of outside. I have to see in order to appreciate. Material world. That's what behind the material. You ask every child, he'll tell you that the words that he heard make so much impact on him, better than the gift even. Because he went to his neshama. My parents love me. They think about me. They remember my birthday. Who don't want something like that? Okay, there is many ways to give small gifts, but the impact is going to be. I know cases from experience, I'll tell you. A person bought his wife a fridge, Sub-Zero. Who knows how much he paid for this? She almost killed him. I had to interfere. She almost killed him. And on the other hand, her husband bought his wife one flower with a note, not a birthday, not this. She was mamash in a honeymoon. One rose, how much it cost? $5. She felt like he bought a house. even more than that, because it's personal. Because she said, he was thinking about me. He went to the florist, and he was thinking about me. She's not happy from the flower, no. She's happy from the thoughts behind the flower. I hope that what I'm saying to you doesn't sound like a Chinese.
No.
No, Rabbi, we understand. Yes.
Good. I'm glad. The child comes home. Ima says, Chaim, I have a surprise for you, Chaim. I bought you the chocolate that you like. Ooh, ah. Well, what's the big deal? So Chaim thinks, Ima went shopping. She remembers me. She bought me the chocolate that I like. If it's a girl, she is coming home and Ima says, guess what? She said, what, mommy? Today I went out, I saw a very nice pin for you, for your hair. I decided to buy it for you. Here it is. Thank you, mommy, thank you. The child, was he expecting this?
No.
These children will never complain. They will not complain. Or a child that likes to write. Ima went to a store and she bought this child a nice pen and a pad to write something. She said, Moishi, today I went outside. I passed by the store. Right away you came into my mind. I bought you something very nice. And Ima, she wrapped it nicely and she gave it. Moshe opening it up, he feel like $1 million man. How much did it cost already? Maximum $5. It's not the actual gift, it's what's behind the gift. Imagine your child going to school and he doesn't know that you placed in his bag a candy, a lollipop actually, with a nice note. With love from mommy. If you put this child on the scale now, when he'll find it, he gained at least 5 pounds.
Rav,
Yes,
if you have multiple children, do you have to do it for each child, or could it be, meaning at one time, or it could be a different time, different days? Like, so they don't,
each child, whatever he needs.
it doesn't have to be all the children every day, I'm saying. It could be Maishi today, Sarah tomorrow, Yitzchak the different day. Doesn't have to be all of them all receiving at the same time. Because they say, oh, what about me?
So in this case, I'll advise to buy for,
All the kids?
small
Okay.
ones.
Yeah, when they're little, like 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
Mommy thought about you also. I love you also. Here, this is what I bought for you, Tzadik Sheli. Here we go.
Thank you.
Right? That's it. These kids, they're going to sleep knowing Ima cares for them. And Abba have to be the cheerleader. Wow, what a beautiful pen. Psst. That's all. It's simple.
Yes.
Ah,
Yes, Rav.
Yes, yes.
very simple. And that's called giving. That's giving. That's bringing the relationship much closer. That's how you create love. Oh, Ima coming to the child and says, Chaim, I see that you're not in a mood today. Let me fix your bed, okay? Let me fix your bed. Chaim will feel that, Ima cares for him. Also, I can advise you when the child comes back from school. What important guest arrived right now? Why? But to say it kaka with sincerity. Or finally you came home, I missed you so much. Come. The kids were. Another way, Ima can say, I paid attention. I paid attention that you're always coming home with a smile. You're such a good boy, You're such a happy boy. I paid attention to it. It's very, we feel we're enjoying it. It's so pleasant. Ima coming at Moshe says, you have such a good midah. I see every time we have a guest, you accepting him with such a smile and you're so much willing and accepting. I'm so proud of you, He's such a good character. Ima, Malka, you're such a good girl. I paid attention that every day you're putting your book bag in the closet. You're helping Ima. Thank you very much. I paid attention. If we come and we're not under pressure, we can think and we come up to be creative. Did you see once a teacher that she comes, under pressure to the classroom? Is she creative?
No,
Ah,
not when she's under pressure, no.
when she can be creative?
When she's relaxed, calm.
Something at home. You have time to think. What can I do to the neshama of these kids to make them understand that Ima באמת loves them very much. Because I tell you what, children, they're interpreting actually our giving them like it must be. It must be. It's not, because from day one we're giving them. It's in our hands to turn everything that we give them to make it as a matana, as a gift. Not something that I owe you. I'm giving you a gift. It's from me to you. So if we're going to notify the child that it's specially for him, we thought about you. Even lunch that is very much routine, we can turn it to be what? You know, Moshele, today when I cooked the chicken, I was thinking about you. I already pictured you, how you're gonna like it, how you're going to enjoy it. Because I know that you love this kind of chicken very much. Or Ima can say to the child, I was waiting for you so we can drink together tea, because I know that you like to drink tea. So I wanted to drink already for a few hours. I will say, I'll wait until you'll come home and we're going to sit down together and we'll drink. You know, Michael, I paid attention that your hands always cold. That's why I bought you a pair of gloves. Here are the gloves, Tzadik Sheli. Out of nowhere. The child think Ima paid attention, even that my hands are cold. And she went and she bought me a pair of gloves. Do you know what this child, how he feels now? Can you visualize it?
He's on cloud nine. He's so happy.
The gloves, that's all. But the child feel they're thinking about me. They want to make me happy. They want to give me. So the child goes with the self-confidence. If a child believes that in the house they love him, they want him, and he is shayach in the house, he belongs to the house, he is important in the house, in giving him inner power. It becomes, yes, force. And he will be able to develop with people relationship, a good relationship, and to give love to other people, and to relate to the surrounding of him, because that's what he got at home. Did you get the message?
Yes, Rav, loud and clear.
Was clear enough?
Yes, Rabbi.
Yes, Rav.
To be continued. We're not done yet.
Part 3 tomorrow, God willing, Rav.
Tomorrow night, in Mirza Hashem.
B'ezrat Hashem. Thank you, Rav.
Tomorrow night will be part 3, in Mirza Hashem. Today was part 2. Tomorrow will be part 3, in Mirza Hashem.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Good night, everybody. It was nice talking to you.
Good night, Rav. Thank you.
Go to
We
sleep
did
already.
Thank you.
Yes, Rabbi.
What?
2 years passed, we have 5 more years.
Like
Right?
she's keeping track, yes.
Yes, you're right. You caught me over here. Yeah, that's for sure.
Thank you. Good night.
Okay, good night. Good night.